Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Michael Pina Sr. Show. Here, February 5th, 2019. This is episode 116, and I'm your host, Michael Pina Sr. Listen, Proverbs 21:5 says, "Good planning and hard work lead to prosperity, but hasty shortcuts lead to poverty." And before I get into anything and I explain why I wanted to say that proverb today, I apologize for not being on the air all last week, but I had a nasty cold, and you would have been disgusted by my voice last week. So I thought it was best for me to kind of step back. Sometimes you got to pump on the brakes when things just aren't going the way that they should be going. But I just wanted to address, my last show, I did it live, and it came, you do things live, you work hard, and I don't know what I did. I had the camera in crooked or whatever I did. Listen, earlier in my shows, I asked if you were a videographer. If you want to help me, believe me, I need help. There are things that I need help with. I'm going to keep on moving on, and I'm going to keep on working hard so that I can have success and I can bring you some content that hopefully will help you. And I will continue going live. My next time I'll be live is February 10th. That's this Sunday at 8 p.m. I'll be live February 10th at 8 p.m. And I hope that I'll improve, and I hope I improve every week doing that live show. And, a lot of the money that I made for this business this year, I put back into my studio here. I'm no longer putting money into the studio because we're planning on moving. So hopefully I can start putting some money into equipment. That's what my plan is, and I'd like to do. But, I know it's been a little while since I've been on, but the question was asked of me, and Tom B actually called in. I appreciate that, Tom B. And he asked, how can some of these college kids coming out of college, kind of cut down on their expenses? How is it that they can, get maybe cheaper car insurance, vehicle insurance, and all this? Well, the reason why I said that proverb too is because you got to have good planning. You got to work hard to be successful. And you follow these baby steps that are laid out. Meg and I are going to Financial Peace. We've been doing it every Wednesday night. We have, I think we got 5 more classes left. It's been absolutely incredible. And I tell you, no matter what, you have to continue your education. Continuous education is key because things change. Taxes change, laws change, philosophies change, and the world changes. You've got to continuously educate yourself. And that's what I love about going to Financial Peace. It's got me, going in the right direction so that I can help you. But why I'm bringing that up, and also, I'm talking about Tom B and what his question was, because you got to follow the baby steps. They're laid out in what I teach. Because when you follow the baby steps the right way, if you're in baby step 1, $1,000 starter emergency fund. Baby step 2, paying off all your expensive, smallest to largest. Now, if you're in college, don't get a credit card. Don't do any of that stuff. All right? So when you get out of college, hopefully you just have some small student loans. That's what you're going to concentrate on. The other stuff, the expenses, you're going to have normal expenses. You have to do a budget. You have to do a written budget so you know what you're spending. You know what your income is. You know what your outgo is. Now, once you're done with baby step 2, you go on to baby step 3, a fully funded emergency fund. Now, if you've been keeping a budget and you've been sticking to that budget, you know exactly what your expenses are. And this goes back to that question. How do you cut down on your expenses? Well, once you get to baby step 3 and you've got a fully funded emergency fund that's 3 to 6 months expenses, you could actually be self-insured in some areas. Now, what I'm talking about is, insurance is basically, the transfer of risk. Okay? And that's why I say that when you get life insurance, you get term, 20-year term. So if you follow my plan, you should be 100% debt free and have your home paid for in 20 years. So let me get back to car insurance. Once you have a fully funded emergency fund, now you could actually carry a higher deductible on your vehicle insurance. So most vehicle insurances have a $500 deductible. Once you have a fully funded emergency fund, you could transfer the risk of getting yourself in an accident, which the stat is that everybody gets into an accident once every 10 years. That's just the way it is. So, it's just a statistic that's out there. Now, that transfer of risk that I'm talking about is you can have a $2,000 deductible on your car insurance, a $1,500 deductible, whatever. Now, your car insurance is less because you've transferred the risk onto yourself. I do not recommend this until you're done with baby step 3. Why? Because once you get in that car wreck that everybody seems to get into once every 10 years, you have to have a fully funded emergency fund to be able to pay that deductible. That's an emergency. Okay, you get in a car accident, it's not something that's expected. It's an emergency. You can take it out of your emergency fund. So if you've got, $30,000 sitting in your emergency fund, it's okay to take out $1,500 to pay for the deductible on your vehicle. Now, you figure out, the dollar cost averaging now, I get deeper into this. How and when did you really save that money? Well, over a 10-year period, if it's true that once every 10 years you get into an accident, if you've cut your insurance down by, let's just say, $500 a year, over 10 years, that's $5,000. If you pay $1,500, you've made out. All right, so that's a way that you can save on your insurance after you've made it to baby step 3. Fully funded emergency fund, transfer on the risk. Now, when it comes to baby step 4, you're putting 15% of your household income into retirement. Okay? And I love this because we learned this at Financial Peace that, investing $150 a month from the age of 25 to 65. Now, that's a 40-year span, I know that, but 25 to 65 at an 11% return gets you $1.3 million. All right. So, Shannon's on track for this, which is great. And she should be on track for more. And I'm trying to teach Michael, he'll be getting out of college, my son Michael, to do the same thing. Now, again, that transfer of risk. If you've got a 20-year term life policy, okay, and you're following the baby steps, baby step 4, 15% of your household income into retirement. Baby step 6, you're paying off your home. Well, if you've got a $400,000 home today, 20 years, they say everything doubles every 20 years. Your $400,000 home is worth $800,000. Well, your home should be paid off. In 20 years, you should have approximately $500,000 in your 401k or wherever you're saving your retirement. Listen, you're worth over $1 million at that point. That's $1.3 million. Obviously, we want to live longer. We live till 65. Our home is worth $800,000. We got $1.3 million in the bank. That's over your net worth is over $2 million. You don't need life insurance. Okay, life insurance is so that, God forbid, something happens to you, somebody who counts in your income, okay, will have it. All right? And your kids will be grown out of the house. You'll have this money sitting in the bank, sitting in your 401k. Your home will be paid off. I think that whoever needs that money, usually your spouse, will be okay. So it's transfer of risk of insurance is what we're talking about today. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps. And, the whole thing is to stay on the plan, get on a written budget, follow the baby steps. I continue to hammer this home. It's hammered home to me right now in financial peace. I'm hammering it home to you. Okay. And so catch me. The news today is just catch me live at catch me live February 10th at 8 p.m. Also, I will becoming a financial peace coordinator once I'm done with financial peace. So if you know anybody, I'd really like to start teaching high schools and going to the high schools and teaching these kids these things. Because I don't know if I would have listened when I was in high school, but I would have liked that seed to have been planted. And I'd like to plant some seeds and let these kids know what they can do with that money. And if they do the right thing, they could be out of debt and they can, everybody could be an everyday millionaire, as Chris Hogan says. Okay. And he's another Dave Ramsey personality. So catch me February 10th live at 8 p.m. You got questions, Coach P2210 at yahoo.com. This is always sponsored by QB Velocity, where tomorrow's quarterbacks are made today. And listen, we're going to be at Elite Football Academy. Had a blast there. Had a video posted of me doing some band workouts with these kids. Go to elitefootballacademy.com. Great workouts on Sundays, and that's at Union Point Sports Complex in Weymouth. We're indoors, which is nice. And also, I want to make sure that everybody out there is doing the right thing with that money. And, help me out so I can help you. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell. Let me know what you think. Let's do this, okay? Because you know what I say. I want to win. I want to help you win. Let's win this thing together.